From Saucer, Mississippi, pal, Jerry Goff. In the blue corner, fighting for the pal team of Detroit, Michigan, Lorenzo Canady. The referee for this bout, Jackie Keogh, Cleveland, Ohio.
Referee Jackie Keogh hasn't touched gloves and we're set to go. Scheduled for 3 rounds. You're looking at Jerry Goff from Saucer, Mississippi. His opponent, Lorenzo Canady from Detroit. Goff is trained by his father, Sherwood Goff, so I'm sure there's lots of interesting conversation in that corner. Canady in the blue, Goff in the red.
Canady and Goff really have similar styles. They're both boxer, puncher types, really more even boxers. And Canady told me that while he normally doesn't start out aggressively, he may have to go after Goff because they're both boxers and he does not want a chance the judges going against him because they're both standing back and boxing.
If you just tuned in, Canady obviously not wearing the headgear, and that's up to the fighter. He doesn't have to wear it if he doesn't want to. And a good straight right hand by Canady in the blue on the head of Goff in the red.
There's a mixed school of thought on the headgear. Some fighters don't wear it because they think if it turns around, it'll obscure your vision and you may get hit with a punch you wouldn't otherwise be hit with. And other fighters feel, of course, it's a good chance to cushion some of those blows.
This particular headgear, which Jeffrey Goff is wearing, isn't the big bulky kind the pros use in training sessions. Right hand there by Goff.
And so it really doesn't offer you much protection. I think if I was fighting in a competition like this, I would opt not to wear it.
Goff makes sure you know who he is, even from the back row. He's got his name and his hometown printed on his white shirt.
Now, Lorenzo Canady, I mentioned he's a boxer as is Goff. Canady has a good jab, but he told me today I tend not to use it as much as I ought to, and that's something I have to constantly remind myself, and I'm sure he'll be thinking about this as the fight goes on.
Countering right hand by Canady in the blue trunks. Less than a minute to go in the round.
And we can see from this first round, these fighters are indeed both stand-up boxers who like to peck away at long range, and there was the good right hand after the jab by Canady.
Another right hand by Canady, and he's done that twice in a row now after Goff was short with his left jab. Goff is not bending. And he's not bobbing and weaving. He's too much of a stationary target. He just got whacked by a big roundhouse left hook by Canady. Canady again with a left hook. Sure, he wants some more of that. That'll take care of the opening round.
Don't wait on him. Don't wait on him. Get that left hand out there. Bring it up. All right, let's go.
Caught a bit of advice from his dad, telling him to keep that left hand up. However, he seems to be more susceptible to the left hook. Should be keeping his right hand up as well.
I think also his father wants him to use that. I think also his father wants him to use that jab, which you see him using there. That's one of his best weapons. He hasn't used it much. Goff hasn't. And he also wants him to get off first. He's allowed Canady to dictate how this fight will be fought because Canady is always getting off first.
You're watching the heavyweight final at the Police Athletic League National Championships in Cleveland. This is the second round, scheduled for 3. Jerry Goff in the red from Saucer, Mississippi.
Goff at 6'3.5" has fought a lot of opponents much shorter than him, and Canady is almost his height as a